Hey guys, it's Minnie here and welcome back to my YouTube channel for part 2 of this video. The devoted time before my breakthrough. In other words, the time that I had to spend with God and grow as a woman in Christ before my YouTube channel started blowing up. I know how God blesses obedience. I know how God is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask, think, or imagine. Because I am a witness. I have been through it and I can testify through my own life. I really want everyone's eyes to be opened to what God did in my life instead of just seeing me from the point where my channel blew up. I want you guys to see what happened in the middle. The reason why I'm explaining this is because I think once you guys understand that, you will also understand why point 2 is so important to me. The fact that I want people to see me for who I am and like my vlogs and my lifestyle instead of just something else. I just want to clarify, when I say YouTube breakthrough, what I mean when I say YouTube breakthrough is the day that my YouTube channel started growing tremendously with a big audience. A breakthrough is a blessing from God. I had a YouTube breakthrough. It wasn't luck, it was a blessing. There's a difference between lucky and blessed. So the last video I posted before my YouTube breakthrough, there is a much bigger reason behind it why I didn't post after my Instagram testimony. After I posted my Instagram testimony video, God told me to fast. I didn't fast all the way straight through from the time I posted that video, but I basically spent devoted time to God, deciding to lay my life down so that He can be in control of everything in my life. I felt God tell me to just be still and to first devote my entire life to Him and to submit my career into His hands. I could almost hear His voice audibly saying, just be still, just listen to me. I was also led to the Bible verse Exodus 14 verse 14. Anyway, with that aside, I spent my time not posting anything on YouTube. That's why when Fikinaki mentioned that I have to post more, I was just kind of laughing like, yeah, I know I have to post more and I've been like contemplating and things, but actually the truth is that yes, I have been contemplating to post, but there's a much bigger truth behind it, and it's actually that God told me not to post. I was not sure if it's God's calling for me to be a YouTuber. Maybe it sounds like a little bit weird to a person who doesn't really care about their calling from God, but for me as a Christian female, it is an absolute priority to make sure that my career aligns with God's purpose for my life. I didn't want to waste my time. I didn't want to do anything that God didn't create me to do. So after that video, I prayed for a very long time about my career. I did not post any videos after that because I first wanted confirmation from God that this is what He wants me to do. The only thing I asked for was to give me a clear sign, and God did so much more than what I could have ever imagined. He gave me an amazing audience. He gave me a huge breakthrough for my future. If it's not for you guys accepting me as I am, watching my video, differences, like you guys are still here, supporting me as a person, and that is what matters to me. I have no doubt that the way I live my life shines life into the lives of those who's watching my videos. That's also my ultimate goal, and it has always been. You guys are also really such a big light in my life. I don't think that Indonesia is subscribing to my channel. I don't think that they really understand just how much it means to me. I can never really fully express in any of my videos how grateful I am. Like, I cannot. I can just say it over and over. So there you guys have it. I got a YouTube breakthrough because of my obedience. It was not just because of a person whose channel I appeared on. It was not just because of a face that you guys maybe think is pretty. It was not just because I went on a speaking platform. It was not just because of posting YouTube videos. No, it was all devoted time with Christ, and it was all a blessing. There's just so much more value in your career and in your entire life when you go through life with God. And if you allow him to show you where he wants you to work, what he wants you to do, and who he wants you to become. I also have so much more peace and joy and contentment since the day I decided to devote my life to Christ. I mean, the fact that God gave me a nation like Indonesia to begin with, like, what? That baffles my mind. I'm like, I never ever thought in a million years of that country even. Like, I never even knew about Indonesia. Honestly, maybe I heard the name somewhere of this country, but I had no idea that Bali was even in Indonesia, to be honest. Like, I always knew about Bali and the Maldives because I would see it on like reality shows on TV, but I never actually knew that it's in Indonesia. But yeah, the matter of the fact is that I'm literally sitting over here telling you guys I did not expect any of it. I only asked for something small, and instead I got something so much bigger as a blessing. So every single one of you, you are all blessings in my life. And I know in my heart that it is not where it stops. Indonesia is just the beginning of a very, very long journey for me. There are plenty more countries to read, and there are plenty more places to explore, but I will forever have a very, very special place in my heart for what God gave me to begin with. This is a community that he has given me after a very long time of forgetting about myself and instead remembering more of who God is. I had to lay my life down in order to find it. I had to give up my desires and my will entirely in every single department of my life in order to be where I am today, in order to have what I have today. Okay, so that's basically the first point. I just wanted to share how alive our Savior is through my personal experience and through my own testimony. 2. This is the point that is very challenging for me to talk about, so let's just quickly breathe. If I didn't care as much and if I wasn't as genuinely grateful, then this wouldn't have been a challenge to me, because I would just do what I want and care about fame and, live for myself. But that's not the case. It's not easy to always be obedient. It's not easy to continue to do what you're passionate about and what you're called to do if you sometimes get like a lot of struggles, like one after the other. I am a person, not a robot. So I will always be creating content that I'm called to do and that I enjoy to make. There's no point in being a YouTuber if you don't love what you're doing. And this brings me back to part 1 of my video. Like, do what you enjoy. You have to love editing for hours. Not just that, but you also have to love the kind of content that you make. But if you genuinely enjoy making vlogs and lifestyle content and faith, or just living your life in a faithful way and showing that through your vlog, if that really is your calling, and if that's what really brings you joy deep down in your heart and contentment, then do that. Do what makes you happy. Don't ever chase fame. Don't ever chase what the world wants you to do. So that's my greatest challenge. I think God has given me this blessing also as a lesson, and I've learned so many lessons through my YouTube channel, honestly, but this is by far the biggest one. The fact that I know my calling, but I am still getting people trying to steer me into a different direction, trying to be like, oh, but make content about this or that. And I understand that there will always be recommendations, but there's still a difference between like being focused on only one thing and being open and transparent about what the content creator actually creates. So the thing that has been really challenging to me is this is really hard to say, but I realized that the kind of videos that people watch is completely out of my control as well. I can just give my best and do what I love to do without putting too much pressure on myself, like, oh my gosh, why did no one watch this vlog? I thought it was so good. What people view is out of my control, and my goal shouldn't change because of that. So I would say my reason behind views being a challenge for me on specific videos is fairly healthy. I had a very healthy mindset about it since the start. Like, I never care about fame. I don't even want to be famous, to be honest. And if it happens and it isn't God's will, then okay, great. Then I will also gladly accept it, because then it's from God. But at the same time, I'm just like so content with what I have right now. So in regards to that, what I'm saying basically, because I feel like I'm kind of speaking in a circle and I'm struggling to say it in a straightforward way, I'm here to share my lifestyle. I'm here to share my life, and I'm here to share my belief. So sometimes when I post a video sharing my life and doing what I genuinely enjoy, like I enjoy making vlogs, right? And then it only gets maybe, as example, 5,000 views versus a reaction video that gets like so many because it's their country. It makes me happy and I'm grateful for it. But at the same time, my goal is always to get the same amount of views on exactly what I like to share. I will keep making content about lifestyle and like vlogging, and I know that right now my channel is at a point where it's still growing, which I'm really grateful for, but in the next 3 or 4 months a lot is going to happen, and I will tell you guys more about that in maybe 2 videos from now, or 1 video, let's see. But there's a big surprise coming. But I know before I announce that, you guys first have to understand this part and watch this video. I'm going to link a few channels who inspire me so that you guys can see my goal for my channel on the long term. Melina, Jess and Gabriel, Jess Conte, that's the kind of content that I look up to and the kind of people. And then on this side, I would link these channels as well. Those are also the kind of videos that I watch that is not necessarily maybe what I will create all the time, but it's content that I just enjoy. I think the kind of content that a person watches says a lot about who they are, and since I am a creator myself, I think it's going to give you guys a perspective of who I look up to and who I am as a YouTuber. So because that is my passion, I really appreciate when my vlogs also get views and when you guys show as much interest in what I truly am called to do. So yes, sometimes like I would create a random reaction video, but in all honesty, that's not what I feel called to do. It's not what I enjoy to do. Yes, it's fun to react to things, but it's not at all like my kind of channel. I'm just doing that because I am interested in knowing more about the country. So I know that most of my audience would watch that since most of you guys are from Indonesia, but that has been a challenge for me, definitely, because it's really important to me that my vlogs reach viewers too. So with that being said, I just want to thank you guys nonetheless for every lesson that you guys have taught me, because without you guys knowing, you're really helping me to grow, not just on my channel, but I mean like as a person. There's 3 things that I love to do. I love to share life with people, which is why I'm a lifestyle YouTuber. I love to shine light on people's lives, which is why I do share faith through my lifestyle. And thirdly, I love to explore. I'm very ambitious and I'm a very, very deep person. I prayed about my channel for a very, very long time. And I feel like I first had to go through the first part of the beginning that God gave me. And now in this year, February 2023, I'm actually just feeling so much more excited for the future. Like 10 times more. I mean, I was actually already excited for my future, guys. But now I'm just even more excited. Oh, by the way, I also have channel memberships. Did I tell you guys? No, I didn't. I have channel memberships, so if you guys want to be members of my channel, let me know. So you guys can become members, and there are different perks for members. So there are 2 options. You can either become a silver member of my channel, or you can become a gold member of my channel. The perks of the silver members include personal photos and status updates from me that nobody else sees, like behind the scenes. Second is member shoutouts. I will give you a shoutout for becoming a member, and I will include your name in a video or in a live stream. Gold perks include membership shoutouts as well,
priority reply to comments, which literally means that I will reply to your comments as a priority before anyone else's. And then there is a bonus of 2 more really awesome perks for gold members, which include members only polls and members only live streams. In my members only polls for the gold members, you will help me to decide which content to post next. You will help me to decide what food to eat when I'm traveling to another country, and many other interesting and fun day-to-day questions. I will do personal live streams, and only the gold members can see these live streams where I will share some personal information, have some fun chats, maybe sing a song or two, and just engage with my audience. Please bear in mind that I can change my membership perks at any time and add more things to it or change some things along the line. And thank you so much for your consideration in becoming a member. If you become a member of my channel, it would mean the absolute world to me. I am looking forward to becoming friends with all of my perk members.
I wish you guys so many blessings. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.